So this comes from our friend Old Sneaky Pete.
Can't trust that guy.
Can I add one to the
burner
mailbag?
account?
This one came in late. Would you
That's
be
Steve from
open
Cicero.
to the Hawks offer sheeting another team in the coming years if the player matches a need, or would you be afraid of retaliation coming down the line?
I want more offer sheets from everybody.
Yeah.
I love the offer sheet. It seems like every couple of years something happens and then they go away again.
I think you have to look at it situationally. And I think, I'm just going to say this. I don't think the down the road revenge thing, like, it's part of the game. It's part of the collective bargaining agreement. No one, by utilizing the offer sheet, you're not breaking any rule. It's right there. It's written in black and white. Like, the whole, like, retaliation thing is stupid.
Chances are if you offer sheet a team and take away a young star, that general manager is not going to be there long enough to retaliate against you.
Sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, manage your cap better.
Yeah.
Know what's coming down the pike so it doesn't happen to you.
If the situation is right, I would love Kyle Davidson to pull out an offer sheet on somebody. He has definitely shown that he is aggressive when it comes to these sort of things. So, and there's a player out there that all of a sudden a lot of people want the Blackhawks to possibly offer sheet.
There's a couple.
And you look at the world's greatest general manager, Steve Yzerman's having a hard time signing two of his young foundational players, still has not come up with new deals for Mo Seider or Lucas Raymond. And according to recent reports, Lucas Raymond
important?
and the Red Wings are far apart on a new deal, which some of media said, well, why don't we just offer sheet him and see what happens?
Can't live without Eric Gustafsson and Oli Mata.
Hey, got to have that second.
I am a fan of what the Blues did to the Oilers.
Absolutely. That's good general
management. They had
managing.
to make a decision on Broberg and Holloway and figure out their cap, and the Blues said, here's a week to figure it out.
Well, if the Hawks were to offer sheet Lucas Raymond. Now, Lucas Raymond, coming off a 31-goal season, won't be 23 until March. He's likely going to fall in this range. Now, compensation is based on what the AAV is on the contract, not the length of the years, but how much you're paying him. The more you pay a guy, the more you have to give up. His deal is likely going to fall in this range, the $6.8 million, the $9.1 million range, probably in the $7.5 million per a year. That means you would have to give up a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a third-round pick, and they all have to be in next year's draft.
So according to capwages.com, the Hawks don't have that because it has to be your own picks.
It has to be your own picks.
So the Hawks do not have they cannot pull that off if they wanted to.
But theoretically,
currently,
yes.
If they had that, they would have to trade to get their old
they have to get their
picks
own pick
back.
Mm-hmm.
Much like the Blues did. They made a inconsequential trade that morning with the Penguins getting their pick back, and then they offer sheeted. But let's just say for theoretic purposes,
they would just for clarity, they would need a third round. They'd have to find their third round
back. Yes. So, and they would have to give up their first round pick, not the Toronto pick. So you would be giving up possibly a top 5 pick. But if you have Lucas Raymond on your team, maybe you're probably not a bottom 5 team. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But you're still going to give up a lottery, miss the playoffs pick most likely, and a second and a third.
Fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would do it.
I might do that.
I would do it. Kid's proven
for
he's
a
23 years old.
30-goal scorer.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be better than anything you're going to get in any of those rounds.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely fits the Hawks, what they're trying to do here. You get that other, dynamic forward we're looking for at 22.
Mm-hmm.
And for the prime of his career, I think it's worth it too. But, I don't know if adding, and also you got to also think about it though. They couldn't, if it's $7.5 million, that'd put them over the cap.
Well, sure.
So it's not going to happen. The Hawks aren't going to do it for the reasons you just mentioned. They don't have the.
If you want to get that third round pick back, you could trade some salary off the roster.
Yeah.
But I think a guy like Raymond, if he hasn't been offer sheeted yet, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it may still.
It is.
There's 6 teams in the league that could do it. That could explain why.
Well, that too.
One of them is Detroit. So it's 5.
5 teams.
Buffalo, Montreal, the Islanders, the Flyers, and the Kraken have what it would take as of this moment right now to get a Lucas Raymond offer sheet deal done.
If the Blackhawks make a weird trade tomorrow with whoever that owns that 3rd round pick to get it back, then it might come. So,
I mean,
I think the offer sheets work better for guys like Holloway and Broberg than they do for like potential future stars.
I agree.
Because those, you don't have to give up the compensation because the AAV is not as big. It's not going to be, that's why you never see, Vladimir Tarasenko, when he was coming off of RFA, didn't get offer sheet. Like, there are superstar players that they would all get offer sheeted if it was that easy.
You know who I'd offer sheet that's still out there?
Tyler Johnson.
No, he won't need an offer sheet.
Well, technically, a contract is an offer.
I will
sheet.
offer him a sheet of paper.
There you
But
go.
it won't be an offer.
Do you want this? No. Well, I offer sheeted you anyway.
I'd go after Seth Jarvis.
I believe
With
they are
Carolina?
close to a deal, though.
Oh, okay, how close?
I don't know. People on the internet are talking about it, so it's got to be close.
Man, he just seems like
He would be a little less of the AAV, I think.
But man, I think the What Chaos guys have made me like him more because of his personality, but also on the ice, man, he has gotten better every year, and he's a guy that just plays. He's the kind of player the Blackhawks just don't have. Like it's kind of like, I'd say like a skillful Andrew Shaw, like a guy who can get in there, be pesty, be physical. He's not the biggest guy, but also can put up 30 goals. Like I would love that.
Yeah, as our pal Lebowski 5, who's here every day, we thank him. With Raymond and Jarvis, another 2 more small forwards on a team full of small forwards. Now, I'm not the
Jarvis is small.
I'm not the biggest. Oh my God, everybody's got to be 6'3" or bigger. But at some point,
one would be good.
At some point, yes, you should have a couple.
Yeah,
at least. But yeah, that wouldn't be the worst move. He exploded this year for 33 goals, 67 points.
Lucas Raymond's not small. 5'11", 190. 6
that
foot.
inch is all the difference.
Yeah, if he was 6 foot, people would feel better about it. But
it's so weird.
I mean,
like, this guy, he's never gonna make it. If he was only, what's 2 inches like this? Wait,
you should know.
Trust me, it is. Is that the difference between NHL stud and NHL bust? Like, come on. Like, what are we talking about here?
Right. No, I agree.
It's not 6 inches.
It's
not he's 5'4".
It's not.
It's not Lane Hudson.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think it's so much is made of that.
We all silly like the mayor.